So sitting up on the sit bones with the legs crossed, nice long spine and chest open. And just as you're there, close your eyes if you wish and focus on your breath. So try to clear the mind and try to slow the breath. And don't change the way you're breathing, but just notice how it moves in and out. All the time lengthening up through the spine and out the crown of the head. Let's open the eyes. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, turn your head to the right, chin stays parallel, and come back through center and inhale. Exhale, turning to the left. Inhaling, coming to the center. And then holding in the center, just start to draw a circle clockwise with your nose. And so let's just go in one direction. And this is a very gentle movement, just releasing all the attachments through the neck, but definitely not throwing the head back. Maybe feeling a stretch under the chin, going the other way. So maybe as you come up to 12 o'clock, you can feel that stretch down the front of the neck. And I can feel that starting to get looser as I move. Just one more circle. And then head coming back up to center, placing one hand down, lengthening up, inhaling. Exhaling, coming up and across. Reaching up, shoulder back. Inhale, focus on lengthening. And exhaling, coming down. Let's have a couple more of those. Just going to move my mat back so I'm a bit more on the camera. And so finishing with one to the left, you might have one or two more to go. And then just taking that same slow controlled movement into a rotation. Breathing out to turn, into center, and out to turn. So not holding anything just yet, just focusing on mobilizing the joints. Finishing there with one to the left. And then coming to the center, let's place the soles of the feet together. Press down on the insides of the thighs. Maybe little hip hinge to lean into it to deepen the stretch. And just hold there. And then bringing the knees up, stretching the legs out in front of you. I'll just turn to the side so you can see me. Right up on the sit bones. Let's just circle wrists and ankles. Nice straight spine. Go the other way. Good. And then from here, let's just bend both knees in. Hold the backs of the legs. Let's go pelvic tilt. Elbows out to the side so that we open between the shoulder blades. Breathing in, breathing out, pelvic tilt, round and roll. Now we're not trying to load the abs, so keep hold of the legs but go as far as you can. Rolling forward, sitting tall, breathing in. Breathing out, scooping and rolling. Breathing in, holding. Breathing out, rolling forwards. Breathing in, restacking. Two more, please. Inhaling. Exhaling, rolling. Inhaling. Exhaling, rolling forwards. Inhaling and lengthening. And last one. Exhale, scoop and roll. Head is down, we inhale. Exhaling, rolling forwards. And then sitting tall. Lovely. Take the legs out, give them a shake. And then just move the hands behind you and come into extension. So draw the shoulder blades together now. Open the chest. And we want that feeling of lengthening up the front of the neck, but we definitely don't want to throw the head back. Just take a couple of breaths there. Good. Pushing the weight up off the hands. Coming over onto all fours now, please. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Spreading the fingers out wide. Nice square position. Just rock your weight forwards into your hands and back into your knees. And maintain a flat back as you do that. And settle where the weight is even between the hands and the knees. Starting from the pelvis, pelvic tilt, round and roll up into cat stretch. So not holding, just moving slowly. Again, initiate the movement from the pelvis, coming into extension or cow, opening the chest and lifting the head at the end, breathing in. From the pelvis, breathing out, rolling into cat slowly, a long, slow breath out. And then arching into cow, long, slow breath in. Good, a couple more of those, rolling through flexion. And into extension. And one last time, rolling through flexion. Into extension. Inhaling, opening the chest, lifting the head. And then just come to neutral. Take your knees out to the corners of the mat, sitting back into child's pose, soles of the feet together. Push your bottom towards your feet. Let's extend the arms if we can. Head to the mat. And just hold it there. If you don't feel bendy enough to get all the way down yet, then maybe put your hands under your head and give yourself some support. But if you can, creep the fingers forward and push the bottom backwards. Slow, even breaths. Walking the hands around to the right corner. Stay lengthened. And then pull back. Head again down to the mat if possible. Pushing the bum towards the feet. Coming through center and over to the left. Extending the arms forward first, then pulling the hips back and pushing the bottom towards the feet. Walking the hands underneath the shoulders. Support the body weight and uncurl the spine. Good. Coming up onto your knees, bringing your knees to the parallel position. Tuck your tail under, hands on shoulders. Let's rotate the spine. Breathing in. Breathing out, rotate slowly. Coming to center, breathing in. Breathing out, rotating slowly. Coming center, breathing in. Breathing out, rotating. Inhale to center. Exhale to rotate left. Good. From here, pushing the arms forward. Can we open out to the right, 2 straight arms? Look over your shoulder, inhale. Exhale, close. Open to the left, turn the head, inhale. Exhale, close. Maintain that tuck of the pelvis. Belly button pulled in, inhale. Exhale and close. And just one more, opening, inhaling. Exhaling and closing. Super. Come down onto all fours once again. Make sure your hands and feet are on the mat. We're coming into downward dog next. Spread the fingers, tuck the toes under, press into the palms and push backwards. So a fairly relaxed stretch to start. Arms and legs are straight, and we'll just gently, slowly pedal the feet. From here, press both heels down and hold. And now try to press the chest towards the knees. Head is looking towards the knees also, feeling the stretch under the armpits. Coming forward into a plank and just holding there for one breath in. As you breathe out, knees to the mat. Start to release the toes and lower. Hips, chest, and chin. Taking a breath in down here. Breathing out, coming up to cobra. You might want to keep your elbows quite bent to start. Back might need a little bit more warmth in it. Breathe in. Breathe out, come down slowly. Holding here, breathe in. Breathe out, tuck your toes under and press back into that downward dog once again. Good, so a little bit deeper into the stretch this time. Can you push more weight back? Lift your tailbone higher. Draw the shoulder blades together around the back and open the chest to the front. Let's come forward once again. Holding a plank, squeeze the glutes, inhale. Exhale, lowering knees, hips, chest, and chin. Breathe in. Breathe out, push. Extend a bit further if the back is warm enough. Eye gaze is forward. Hips can lift. Breathing in. And breathing out, coming down slowly. Tucking the toes under, pushing back into the downward dog. Holding here, adjust your hands and feet if needed. Go to where you feel the stretch in the shoulders and hamstrings. From here, you're going to walk your feet forward towards your hands. So you might need to bend your knees quite a bit to do that. And so I'm just going to hold here for a couple of breaths with my palms flat on the floor if possible. And so to do that, I need to get a decent bend in my knees because I'm not that bendy. And then bring your hands onto your kneecaps. Lengthen your spine into a tabletop. And hold here. Breathe in. Stay here, breathe out. And one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Come back down. Place your palms on the floor. Take a big step back on your left foot, please. Now, you ideally want your right foot between your hands. So adjust your foot position till you feel a stretch through the hips. Have your hands either side of the right foot. Pressing your left palm into the floor. Rotate the spine and open to that right side. So as you're holding this stretch, and we will hold it for a few breaths, think about easing back a little bit further, rotating the spine a bit more, opening the chest a bit more if we are pain-free, straightening out the back leg if possible, and then coming down slowly. Lovely. Hands either side of that foot. Stepping forwards on your left foot. Go back to palms on the floor. Just hang about here with bent knees. Head is down, looking through the legs. Bringing the hands onto the kneecaps. Lengthening the spine into a tabletop. Holding here for a couple of breaths. Coming back down to palms on the floor. Stepping back on the right foot, so quite a big step. And then adjusting yourself till your hands are either side of the left foot, and you can feel the stretch through the hips there. With your right hand on the floor, open the chest to the left side. So thinking about straightening the right leg if possible, pressing through the right palm, and then starting to ease the left shoulder back. I can feel I can't get as far on this side. I'm going to use my breaths slowly to try to increase the range of movement. One more long, slow breath. And then I'm coming down. Stepping back on my left foot, back into that downward dog. Pressing back and holding, adjusting your position until you feel the stretch through the armpits, through the hamstrings and calves. Super. Coming forward to plank, please. Holding. Breathing in, breathing out, dropping to the knees, releasing the toes, lowering all the way down to the mat slowly. Last one, breathing in, breathing out, pushing to cobra, and holding here. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. Toes are coming under and we're coming back into child's pose. So again, knees out to the corners, feet together if you can. Sitting back, and now have your arms any way you like. In front might feel nice, under the head, or hands to ankles. So those arms have been in an extended position for a while. They might feel good down by the side of the body. So just breathing gently, allowing your body to recover. That one does push the heart rate up a little bit. Bringing your hands to the side of your knees, supporting your body weight. Uncurling slowly. Coming down to the seated position, please. So just where you are, face me. I'll turn to the side so you can see me. Just come forward and relax. So we've just been through flexion and extension. So we'll go rotation next. So I'm going to uncurl my spine. And then we'll come to our Lord of the Fishes. So that's the one where we take our legs out, give them a bit of a shake, and then right leg coming in and crossing, and we just hug the leg first. We lengthen the spine, guide this hand around just to your first point of stretch, and hold. Now this is the first stretch for the outside of that hip, so it might be stiff. So we're going to give it time, keeping the spine lengthened. And then release, come back round to me. Stay on the same side. If you can now bring that arm over and wedge that elbow in, do. If it's too tight, just hug the leg once again. Round you go a bit further with that rotation. So shallow breaths here. The lungs are a bit restricted, but spine is still long. Release and relax. Come on round and just give those legs a shake. Good, let's try it on the other side. Hug the knee in, cross it over, and we're just pushing it towards the shoulder first. So hug the leg and rotate. So this one's really more about stretching the outside of the thigh and the hip. Now think about the weight on the bum bones. Try not to rock onto the other buttock. Press both buttocks down. Long spine, relaxed shoulders. And then releasing for me. Coming back round to me, taking this arm across. Just press that elbow there to act as a lever, then rotating the torso. And this one is more about the spine. So include the head and neck in that. Pressing down through the bottom, lengthening up through the spine. Breathing shallow breaths. Last one. And relax. Well done. Coming round, giving those legs a shake. Super. So we're going to stay with the rotation postures. We're going to come on to our back next. So lie down for me, please. Get something under your head if you want it. So just grab a head block. And then let's just bring our knees in and circle our pelvis. So just 3 or 4 times in one direction, and then the same in the other direction. Super. Then from here, let's place the feet together on the floor. Take the arms out to the side with the palms up. Dropping the knees to the right side on an in-breath, turning the head to the left, breathe in. So let's just move through it first. Breathe out, pull down on the tummy and come back up. And then go the other way, dropping the knees on an in-breath. Keep that moving. Coming back through center slowly on the out breath. So we're going to keep this moving, but if you're happy to do this with your legs up, bring your legs up. Now you can have your knees over your tummy because we don't want to load the abs too much. So into rotation about 45 degrees and then breathe out to come up. So when we do this in Pilates, we're really doing it to challenge the stomach muscles, but we're not doing that in yoga. We're doing it to try to stretch the back. So the knees come in more, so the abs don't take over. And with your hands on the floor, you may be able to drop lower. So give yourself time and see if you can get all the weight to the floor. If you can't, that's fine. It might be that you need to roll a few more times before your back releases and you can get a little bit deeper. Breathing in to drop. And out to lift. So this time, let's roll to the right. Come all the way to the floor and stay here. Now, if you feel your legs need to move further away from your body, that's okay, just adjust them. So I can feel I've got quite a deep stretch around this left hip now, and also through the chest on my left side and the shoulder. If you're able to, from here, hook your right fingers around your left big toe and see if you can straighten that left leg out. Doesn't have to straighten all the way. Keeping the left shoulder on the floor and breathing through the stretch. Nice deep stretch for hip, back and hamstring. Just breathing through it. And then let go of that toe, bring your ankles back together. Come on up into the center. And go the other way. So knees coming into the chest first, then dropping over in that tucked position to the left. And then just holding here, letting your body adjust to being in that position. Shoulders are down. As and when you're ready, take the left fingers around the right toe and stretch the leg. Doesn't have to straighten, you just need to feel that sensation of lengthening through the hamstring, the hip, the lower back. Let go of that toe gently, put your ankles back together. Come on up into the center. And then bring your feet gently to the floor and slide your legs away. And then just with your arms down by the side of your body, close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and just let everything fall back into place as you breathe slowly. Gently drawing the feet back into the mat, put the soles of your feet together and let the knees fall out into that hip stretch. Just continuing with that gentle, slow breath, in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Don't have to do anything, gravity will stretch us. If you want a bigger stretch, cross your arms, hold your elbows, guide your arms over your head, and into that nice deep shoulder stretch. And now I can feel that my spine has extended, my rib cage has lifted, and I'm trying to breathe into the bottom of the rib cage, into the diaphragm. Gentle extension of the spine and the shoulders. Let's start to bring the arms back first. And then pull down on the abdominals and draw the knees together. Super. Now the hips are open. Can we bring the knees up? Put the soles of the feet together and just press here and have a little rock through the pelvis. So we're going to come into Happy Baby. I want you to remember how bent your knees are here. So when we grab the toes, really we just want to extend the bottom half of the leg. So the knee stays where it is, we grab the toes and then we open out the feet. So the knees stay bent and press back. And as you press the knees back and out, give your pelvis a sway. So this is about opening the hips, and we do that best with the knees quite bent. So if it feels good to rock, I like a little rock on this one, continue to do that. If it bothers the back, hold the posture. I'm going to come into my inner thigh next, and so for that I do need to straighten my legs and make my pelvis still. So if you can straighten holding your toes, that's fine. I find if I hold my calves, I can then straighten my legs a bit more and get a deeper stretch. So this one is different, it's inner thigh, and so with Happy Baby the bum was lifted. With this one you want your bum to be down. But then the hands are just pressing gently, and I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let gravity allow the insides of my thighs to stretch. You can deepen the stretch by pushing the heels away. Just going to slide my hands around to the outside of my legs now to take the weight of the legs, and then I'm going to bring them together. And then give my knees a good hug and just circle the pelvis there. Good. I'm going to come into shoulder bridge next. Get some movement back into the spine. So I'm going to place my feet on the floor, hip distance apart. I'm going to get rid of anything under my head. Place my hands on the floor. I'm going to start by imprinting the spine, pelvic tilting, and very slowly peeling up into a shoulder bridge. I want you to think about taking at least 3 breaths to get to the top. So breathing in and out. I'm still moving. Coming to my rib cage, breathing in and out. Coming up onto the tops of the shoulders, breathing in and breathing out. Let's start to roll back down. So feel the shoulder blades come down first. Then see if you can count each of those individual ribs. And I can just feel I'm coming to the bottom of my rib cage now. I'm going to roll down the vertebra in the back of my waist. Then I'm going to try to get my tailbone down before my buttocks. Once the bottom is down, release it. Let a small arch come under your back to relax. And then go again. Tilt the pelvis. And very slowly, close your eyes and concentrate on each of those individual vertebrae. So if you imagine each one is an inch long, that's not an exact measurement, but peel yourself up 1 inch at a time. Might take you 4 or 5 breaths to get there, but minimum of 3. If it feels good to float the arms overhead, you can do that. All the time, breathing slowly. not breath holding, really getting that nice slow articulation down and up the spine. We are going to continue to move through this slowly, but when we get to the top next time, we are going to stay up top. And so up to you what you want to do with your arms. But once I'm at the top, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to concentrate on the strength. So drawing my knees towards each other so my quads are switched on. Squeezing the muscles in the bottom to take the pressure off my back. If you feel you can stay there, bring your arms over and put your hands under your bottom. Try to get more height in your hips. You might be able to walk your feet in and come up onto your toes. Good. So none of this should be stressful on the back. You should feel the back is working, but keep the glutes switched on, keep the quads switched on. I'm going to take one more breath here. I'm going to start to slowly lower my heels, gradually slip my hands away and peel down onto my mat. And relax, stretching those legs out along the mat. I'm going to pop my block back under my head. I'm going to place my hands on my rib cage just under my bust, and I'm going to breathe slowly into those bottom few ribs. Trying to breathe laterally. So I'm trying to get the ribs to move out to the side rather than protrude up. Like bellows, moving out and in. Moving my hands down to below my belly button. So activating that transverse abdominal. Breathe in, let it rise. Breathe out, draw the belly button towards the backbone. Connect into your pelvic floor there if you can. Inhale, let it rise. Exhale, draw down on the belly button and up on the pelvic floor. One more time slowly there. Smooth breath in. Allow the tummy to rise. Drawing down and exhaling. Super. Let's release our hamstrings to finish. Draw the legs in, bend the knees. Bring the right leg in, hold at the back of the thigh. Push the heel to the ceiling and hold. Rotate that right ankle. And the other way. Try to get as full a range of movement as you can manage there. And then push the heel up and hold. Can we perhaps walk up the leg? And perhaps extend the bottom leg away. Any discomfort, head can be down, knees can be bent. Breathing slowly. Bending the knee, coming down. And relaxing. Good. Drawing the left leg in. Right foot is currently bent on the floor. Push the left leg up and hold. Good. Rotating the ankle slowly just one way through as full a range of movement as you can manage. All the time pushing the tailbone down and having the leg as straight as you comfortably can. Circle it the other way slowly. Holding in the center, push the heel up. Start to walk up the leg. Sliding the other leg away if we can. And then holding with shallow breaths there. Lungs are a little bit restricted in that position. And bending that knee. Coming down, super. Just where you are, bend both knees. Gently roll onto one side and let's just stay there. Close your eyes. Focus on breathing into the top rib because the bottom rib is fixed. Feel that top rib rise and fall. Using that top hand to support you, press into the floor and come on up to the seated position. Super. Crossing the legs. Sitting tall. Can we drop the right ear to the right shoulder? Take the right hand to the left ear. Gentle resistance. Push down and away with the left hand to deepen the stretch. If it feels safe to turn the head, turn and look at your knee. Stretch will move around to the back of the neck. Release. Come up gently. Go the other way. Left ear, left shoulder. Left hand, right ear. Gently press. Push this hand down and away. Flex the wrist to help the stretch. You can feel that running all the way down from my ear across my shoulder. Turning my head, looking down at that knee. Releasing and coming to center. Super. Palms together into that heart center. And just revisit your posture. Nice long spine. Eyes closed if you wish. Breath moving in and out slowly. How do the neck and shoulders feel? Does the spine feel longer? Are the hips more open? Are the shoulders relaxed? Pushing the arms up towards the ceiling. Eye gaze is up. Big breath in. Breathe out, come down. Namaste. Thank you very much indeed.